I've gotten questions several times on which denominations or which weights to buy of gold coin. As all of you know, I'm a big fan of coin, not bars, for reasons that I've stated in past videos. And basically, I would summarize it as this. If you have a lot of money, a lot of holdings that you want to put into gold, and you want to buy the least amount of coin and have the least number of them to transport, move, store, put into boxes, or wherever you're going to keep it, safety deposit boxes, vaults, you name it. Whatever you're going to do with it. If obviously the 1 ounce coin can consolidate quite a bit of wealth, and the more, you could have a lot of 1 ounce coins in tubes. They don't have to be in a little hard fit case like this, unless they're of course graded, such as these. They make 1 ounce tubes you can stack 20 of these eagles in. But if you don't have a lot of money to put away all the time, you can get into 10th ounce coins like this. Again, you're going to be paying a little bit more as far as your price over spot. If you buy 10 10th ounce coins, you end up paying quite a bit more percentage over if you would just went and bought a 1 ounce eagle. So that, typically you're only going to buy these if that's all you can afford at the time. Now this is for investment only. And I'm not saying like unless you're a collector and you're trying to do like a typeset where you have a tenth, a quarter, a half, and a full ounce. A lot of people like the 1/4 ounce size, just because if they do need cash or they need to sell some gold and they don't want to sell a lot of it, they don't have to take in a 1 ounce coin. Let's say you only needed, $400 to make ends meet that month or something. You need to buy, finance something. You're buying a new bicycle or what have you, and all you have is a bunch of 1 ounce coins. Well, then you got to go in and sell your 1 ounce coin, and you only needed to sell a 1/4 ounce to get the cash you needed to stay solvent or do whatever, finance whatever you're trying to do. So a lot of people like to get the 1/4 ounce. That way they can break down whatever they're trying to fund more simply. They can just take 1 or 2 1/4 ounces in and not have to get rid of more gold than they need to in order to fund themselves. Of course, with the silver, it's pretty easy. I just buy the 1 ouncers, and if I can, I stick with the eagles. Sometimes I get stuck with getting Philharmonics or Canadian Maple Leafs. As you see here, all of this is U.S. gold, U.S. eagles, and one buffalo. It's the only one I ever was able to acquire. But 1 ounce coins are definitely dandy to have, easy to store. People offer different opinions as far as which ones. I know people that are very adamant that they only hoard, or whatever you want to call it, stack tenths. They have tubes of them, and they like it because they feel like if gold were to ever rise to a significant level, it would be much easier to find people that could afford to purchase or trade or barter or whatever you want to exchange tenths for goods and services than it would be a 1 ounce gold coin. If gold were to reach levels that have been talked about in the past, then obviously tenths would be much more manageable for some people as far as trading for goods and services. So it really depends on your investment goal, on what you're looking at doing. As always, fractionals, as they're referred to, tenths, quarters, half somewhere, halves such as this, tenths, quarters, and halves. You pay more to have fractional coins. For a while there, the U.S. Mint wasn't producing fractionals, so the price really rose dramatically. And in order to get into any fractionals, you had to pay quite a bit more over the spot price. What is it now? It depends. It always depends where you're at, what spot, what you're paying over spot. I remember being able to buy 1 ounce eagles for, it really was like $30 to $40 over spot to get into an eagle. and then it's risen incrementally since then. I do know what's good about the Eagles, regardless of the denomination. They're always purchased from most places that I have seen, and I wouldn't deal with anybody that wouldn't purchase them for this. If they are bought from you, they're purchased for spot. So that's always good to know when you go in there. You're going to get what gold is that day. So if you paid 40 over spot and gold went up a couple $100, you've made some money, but you're gonna lose a little bit in the fact that you're not going to get 40 or 50 over spot when you sell it. You're getting spot. So that's that spread that keeps coin dealers, bullion dealers, metal dealers, keeps them afloat, because they're buying gold, buying and selling all the time. So if they buy on a dip and then sell on a high, or vice versa, they buy on a high and then it dips the next day and they sell a bunch or whatever, they need to make up for those disparities in price. That way they're not in a losing business, or they're not losing their shorts in dealing gold. They have to stay afloat, pay the bills, keep the doors open, keep the lights on somehow. So that's how they do it. Anyways, my opinion is on which sizes to buy. In summary, buy what you can afford. If you're putting money away and you have $150, buy a tenth. If you're putting money away and you have $300 and something, buy a quarter. If you have $700, $650, go buy a half. If you have $1,300 and $1,350, $1,380, $1,400, just go buy yourself a full ounce. And then if you got some change left over, $20, $30, you can always buy yourself an ounce of silver with the change. So keep stacking, keep saving, and know that you're doing the right thing regardless of the short-term fluctuations in the world, the economy, the market. You know where things are going. You and I both. Eventually things will unfold as they should, and well, you can't just print paper forever, as we all know. And of course, this ideological battlefield, this argument that takes place in the world of economics, the Keynesians versus the Austrians, the Friedmanites, or whatever you want to call them, all these different views on central banking, fiat currency, gold standard, all that. I mean, it's never going to end. And ultimately, who knows how we're going to see it unfold, because they've sure pulled a fast one lately. And they've managed to steer this crashing economic vessel, steer clear of some danger so far. And it hasn't hit the rocks yet, but then again, the story's not over until it's over, so we're still in the middle of it. Alrighty. Take care. Keep stacking. Keep viewing. And again, thanks for being part of the Junius Malpe channel. Appreciate it.